All right, here's a sort of a meta idea for personal investors to think about, individual investors to think about. It has to do with kind of a collection of cliches that are out there that shape how we think about things and that kind of limit our ability to think critically about maybe specific investments or how we conduct our personal finance. And there's actually an idea in linguistics called the thought terminating cliche. And there's different ways to think about these types of cliches in, say, politics, for example, or in sociology. But in personal finance, there are definitely cliches that are used, and they're kind of used as instruments of control in a way. Maybe not deliberately by the system, but just they're things that individual investors should be aware of. And so I'm going to go over a couple in personal finance, and they're actually examples of a type of intellectual laziness. So let's go through some examples. A good one is stocks are overvalued, or it's a stock market bubble. These are kind of, they're declarative statements. They're very rarely challenged when you see them either in a conversation or in general media. And yet they're challengeable because the idea that stocks are overvalued, it seems like a complete generalization. Well, there are always stocks that are not overvalued. You can always find them. And that's your job as an investor, right? So often that phrase is used as a thought-terminating cliche to give someone basically the right to stop looking for stocks, to basically just say, okay, it's overvalued, we're done. I'm going to go, put money into my house or buy another car or whatever. So it sort of stops people from pursuing a path for financial independence. And now granted, sometimes the stock market is overvalued, but we never actually know that in prospect. We only know that in retrospect. So often it's used as sort of a device of fear or a device of intellectual laziness to stop people from investing. So that's one. Another one tends to show up in the world of home ownership. So a good one is your home is your best possible investment. Your home is the best investment you'll ever make. And of course, that is not actually true. All you have to do is think about trading costs, capital costs, property taxes. Your home might be your worst investment if you also invest in stocks, for example. But it's often used, and it kind of limits people's potential world of investing options, keeps them in their house, maybe even house poor, and limits maybe their idea that they might be able to find other vehicles to invest in. Another great thought-terminating cliche in the world of home ownership is if you don't own a home, you're throwing your money away in rent. That's another excellent thought-terminating cliche. So these are just some quick examples. There are many more, and if I can think of some other good ones, I might do another video on it. But the concept of the thought-terminating cliche and how it can limit discussion, limit thinking, and impose kind of a degree of intellectual laziness on people, that's what I want to get across in this video. Just keep an eye open for these things and don't let them impose themselves on you. And don't get tripped up by it. So as always, I hope these videos are helpful, and thank you as always for watching.